Hi there and welcome to another Christmas makeup tutorial. I wanted to do one more dark look. If you haven't checked out my grunge Christmas makeup look, then I'm gonna link it somewhere on the screen just in case you're into dark makeup. You might love that one as well. For today's look, I've of course wanted to use green because I really love green eyeshadow, and I was inspired by this picture that I found on Pinterest. And by doing a little bit of research, Pinterest is kind of frustrating because it's very difficult to find the original artist, but I found this artist. I think I did. I didn't find this particular picture on her Instagram. I think I just didn't scroll enough. But her username is Made Up by Katie, and I'm gonna link her social media down below in case you wanna check her out. She does amazing, beautiful dark looks. This is my version of it, and if you want to see how I did it, it's coming up. Okay, today, again, I'm going to do my eyes first because again, the eye look is gonna be very intense. I say again, because I don't know why I assume that people watch all of my videos. So if you watch my previous video, like I did the same thing, but I know that's not the case. Hi, if you're new. I'm gonna prime my lids with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour More Concealer, and I'm using the shade Cashmere. I'm gonna apply a tiny dot of that on each of my lids. I'm gonna use a medium shadow brush from Real Techniques, and this will even out the skin color on my lid as well as serve as an eyeshadow base for my eyeshadow. Ideally, if you want this to last as long as possible, you should go for an eyeshadow primer, like an actual product that's meant to be used as an eyeshadow primer. Concealer works, but longevity, in my experience, is better with an eyeshadow primer. So today's look is going to be that beautiful foresty green, and I found those shades in the Tribe palette from Juvia's place. These two right here, I feel like they would be perfect for today's look, as well as I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of gold or like one-toned shimmer goldish color. I'll see what my inspiration dictates. Going straight into the dark green, and I'm gonna use my beloved Morphe M507 brush. Picking up the shade, tapping off the excess, and this is gonna go mainly in the outer part of my lid. At least I'm gonna start here. I want the most intensity to be in the outer part. I picked up a little bit more now, applying it right here in the outer part of my crease and slightly bringing it up, and also kind of bringing it inwards. But as you can see, I don't have a lot of pigment on my brush right now, so it's not as intense as it is on the outer corner of my eye. I'm so glad that this shade is perfect, like it's exactly what I was looking for today. This beautiful forest green. I'm gonna need to blend this out a little bit, and I'm gonna take this, I think I'm gonna mix this green with this olive shade. And by the way, I'm using a Morphe M506, which is a little bit rounder than the previous brush that I used, the 507. Gently going above this forest green shade that I used. I'm barely touching my skin with it. I'm just trying to fade the colors into my skin tone. And then I'm taking more of that forest green, just a tiny bit more, to re-intensify this outer corner. I might do the lower lash line a little bit later though, so I'm not gonna do my entire eye look right now. Usually with smoky eyes like this, I go back and forth a lot between the shades and the brushes to create a very smooth blend. And I'm gonna take a flat brush to pick up this shade, this shimmer, and this will go in the center of my lid. So I'm gonna start right here. This is perfect. Look what a beautiful shade. I barely use this. I'm doing little tapping motions, trying to fade it into the previous shades. I'm not going over the outer corner shade a lot. I'm trying to fade the shimmer into it by gently pulling it towards the matte shade. Let me apply it on my entire lid, so I'm gonna bring it right to my inner corner as well. I'm gonna see if I will have to lighten this inner corner, but I think I like it dark like that. And picking up a little bit more of the forest green to make sure that it was not covered by this gorgeous shimmer. The way I blend shades, so for instance what I'm doing right now, right here, is that I barely touch my skin with the tip of the brush, just to make sure that I place down the minimum amount of pigment, and that pigment would blend into the transition that I used. To darken this even more, I'm gonna need a black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna reach for my soft glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Any black will do, but I'm just gonna use this one and pick it up on a small brush. This is a Morphe M149. It's a small pencil brush. And since I'm not doing a wing liner today, I'm gonna use this to darken just the outer corner of my eye. So right here, near my lash line, where usually a wing liner will go. So right here, gently fading it into the other shades. I'm also gonna pick up a little bit of the black right on the tip of my brush and apply it all over my lash line to darken it a bit. Again, I am being very gentle with how I apply this, so I'm barely touching my skin with it. Then with my previous brush, the Morphe M507, I'm just gonna blend the edges. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to blending, I'm sorry. I'm gonna line a bit underneath my lashes right here, to not be able to see my skin color underneath my lashes. Okay, so I did my face makeup off camera because my ring light is dying and I wanted to avoid keeping it on for this amount of time. I'm gonna have to get new lighting. But until then, let's finish up this video. Hopefully it's gonna last through the video. I am gonna do my lower lash line now, so I'm gonna pick this shade again on the pencil brush. I think I used the pencil brush for the black, right? Anyway, we're gonna switch things up. This is gonna go, again, starting from the outer corner and blending it inwards. I applied outer corner lashes, by the way. I've been loving these recently. So they are just half lashes that I cut in half myself. I just stuck the outer part of the lash. I'm gonna need to blend this out, so I'm mixing that transition again. And I'm using again my Morphe M506. It's the same one that I used on my upper lid. And I'm gonna gently go back and forth. And what I like to do is connect it to the top part, so right here in my outer corner. I kind of create a continuous line between the lower lid and the upper lid. And I'm gonna need more of that dark green. So I'm picking up my brush again. I actually didn't apply any more product on it. I'm just re-intensifying it with whatever is left on the brush. And then for that bright inner corner, I think that's a very important part of this look because it's so dark, and then this whole brightness here, it's just such a nice contrast. So I'm gonna pick a flat brush. This is a precision shader from Makeup Addiction, and I'm gonna pick this light, very light gold shade. This is very bright and pigmented and shimmery. I really love this shade. And that is gonna go right here in my inner corner. I'm also kind of blending it, so fading it towards the upper lid and the lower lid in like a kind of like a C shape here. This also has a bit of a green tint, which is interesting. The black pencil kind of transferred from the underneath of my lashes to my waterline, so I might as well fill that in because now I have like half pencil here and there. And I'm just gonna, I think I'm actually gonna fill in just the outer part. Okay, time for the lips. I'm going to do that dark vanille red lip. And I'm gonna start with the pencil, which is gonna be the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 708. I already said it's like a poetry. I used this one before for Christmas looks. I think I like this in combination with red lips in general because it kind of tones down. This is a reddish brown, it's not actually a red. And I guess I'm just not that used to red lips anymore. So like a toned down version of a red lip is ideal for me. Plus the lipstick that I'm gonna go for is pretty bright, so I like the fact that this might darken it a little bit. And the lipstick that I'm gonna go for is the YSL Vinyl Cream in the shade 420. This is a glossy red, and that's what I'm looking for today. I want a glossy lip. And it is a red, but it has a bit, the tiniest bit of a pumpkin undertone. So it's a bit orangey, but very slightly. And that concludes today's look. This is my version of it. I wanted to go dark once again for the Christmas makeup, and of course I had to use green. As some of you probably may know, green is my favorite eyeshadow color. I just have a thing for greens. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video and you found it useful or inspiring, and yeah, I'm going to head out before my ring light completely fries on me. I hope I'm not gonna explode today, but that's it. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!